Hi all, good afternoon. So welcome to all of you in this session, probably the last session of this program. So we started this program with Power BI and now ending it with Tableau by creating a simple and useful dashboard on sample superstore dataset. So I'm going to share my screen for the last time, and then we will be looking at how to create dashboard. So to create dashboard, we need to create the charts first. Okay, so let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible. So as I told, in order to create dashboard, we need to first create the charts. In order to create the charts, we first need to connect to data, and data is in Excel file. So let's connect to Microsoft Excel. Sample Superstore I connected and used orders. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 4 charts. I can also create the KPI cards, and then I would like to show the dashboards. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to first design how the dashboard should look like. It should not be abrupt. It should not be random, but it should be built with a thoughtful process. Two things can happen. Either the design may be given to you by your client when you work in companies, or it may so happen that the company under whom you are working, that company would want you to design the dashboard according to your critical thinking. Okay, so choose the chart types, choose the color schemes. And so in case the chart or dashboard is designed is to be designed by yourself, you have to appropriately ask to user or client like what details that person needs in the dashboard. In case dashboard is to be given by client, then you don't have to worry about anything else. Okay, so as it is the template, as the template is given to you, according to the same thing, you have to create the dashboards. Okay, so just give me a second. Okay, so now I want to create a dashboard like this. Let's assume that a dashboard design is given to me by the client. So the client wants the dashboard to be created in this way. So let's consider the black colored window is a dashboard screen. So the client wants the first thing first. What client thinks is here it should be shown as a title, right? Then client wants the logo of the company to be shown over here, right? Then what client thinks is client needs to show some underline, a thin color underline, okay, at the bottom side, followed by client needs some KPI cards to be shown. For example, since this data is represented for, or it is a representation of the retail side data. So what we will be doing is we will be showing the total sales, total profit, number of orders placed, and how many customers are there as the KPI cards. So if you remember, we had used a KPI card visual in Tableau. So likewise, I want to create a KPI card in Power BI used. So likewise, I want to create a KPI card in Tableau as well. So we will create the separate sheets for every KPIs, and I will put them together in this. So this is KPI number 1, right? This will be KPI number 2. This will be KPI number 3, right? And this will be KPI number 4. So like this, I would like to create the KPIs. Okay. So let me put all these things maybe at the center, maybe somewhere here. Okay, so let's arrange this. Okay, so these are the KPIs. Okay. Now, what I need to do next is I need to create the 4 charts. What I need is I need to create the 4 charts. So I will create here maybe a bar chart. So I will use different colors. I will use the bar chart. So for bar chart, I need this place. Then I need some line chart to be shown here. I will need pie chart to be shown here. Okay, and let's say I would like to show the map or any other chart for that matter. Maybe a vertical bar chart or maybe dual axis chart. any chart. Okay. So this is the structure of the dashboard that I would like to create. Okay. So this will give the sense to you as to how to create the dashboard from the scratch. Okay. So let's try and begin the creation of all the charts. I will create all the charts. Okay. And then I will create the dashboard, and then you have to see how I am doing it. And then you can see the things later on. So I will give you the time of 40 to 45 minutes so that you can practice on your own. Okay. And then in case of any questions, we can deal with those questions at the end in 5 minutes. Okay. So I will be creating the charts and dashboards first for the first 1 hour. And then for the next 40 to 45 minutes, you'll have to create the same charts and use the same charts in the dashboard. Okay. So let's begin our journey with creation of bar chart. So give the appropriate name to the sheet. So that is a bar chart. Now, bar chart I want to create with category wise cells. So let's add up category and let's add up sales. So we know how to create bar chart. One thing to make sure here is that whenever we create worksheet, you will get to see some legends like size legend or color legend. Okay. So we don't want to show any legends. We don't have to show anything in the sheet, just a chart and its title. I mean, the legends, I mean, the values of those bars. That's it. So let's do the formatting that we did in the first session of Tableau. So let's remove grid lines. Let's remove this category. Let's hide it. Okay. And you can change the color as well if you want. So let's say I want this color, so I'm going with this. You can go with any other color. I would like to show the numbers. So I'm showing the numbers on right. And I want those numbers to be formatted into key. So let's right click on sum of cells and let's format the numbers. Perfect. So bar chart is ready. So when I hover, I don't want to show any kind of tooltip because whatever the information is there on tooltip, I can easily see in the bar. So I don't feel to show any tooltip on the hover of the box. So to avoid it, I click on tooltip and uncheck this option which says show tooltips. So now let's click OK. Bar chart is ready. Let's go to the next sheet and I'm going to create a pie chart. So region wise cells I would like to show as pie chart. So let's add up the region anywhere in the rows or columns and then cells, because whenever you add region and sum of cells anywhere in any combination, then you will get to see a bar chart. But I don't want bar chart, I want pie chart. So anyway, this chart is going to get changed. So let's click on show me and click on pie. You can see when pie chart is created, pie comes up and the legends also come. So let's make the chart as entire view. Using this option, I can show or hide the legends. So go here, go to legends, click on color legend, go here, go to legends and click on size legends. Okay. So this way I am creating the pie chart. Now let's increase the size of the pie a little bit. Okay. And I would like to sort it from highest to lowest. And let's add up region. Perfect. And let's convert the values into key format. Perfect. So now we have the pie chart also created. If you want to add the border around the pie chart, you can do that by going into color and you see the border, right? So you can add a black color border if you want, or you can also add white color border if you want. So I have added white color. Okay. Now let's go to the next sheet and let's say I want to create a line chart. Order date wise sales. I will be adding that over here. And now let's add the sales. Correct. Let's make the screen as entire view. Now what I need is I want this to be shown for every quarter. So using this plus minus option, I do have the way to show the line chart for month wise also, like every year, every month, and day wise also, every year, every month, every day as well. Using minus sign, I do have option to go back and see the data till year, right? So that's why I'm using the continuous quarter. So it gives me the sense of each year, each quarter information. All right. So first of all, what I need is I want grid lines, but grid lines should be little darker. So I can just format. I can go to lines. In the rows, the grid lines should be somewhat darker. So I may go with can select any color. So this should be fine. All right. So this is how we have, and I would like to change the color as. All right. Let's format the values to 1000. Okay. Now suppose you want to change the axis, like currently the distance between two numbers here on y-axis, the difference is of 20,000. So I want to increase the distance. So how I can do that? I can do that very easily by going into edit axis. I can go to this option which says tick marks. You can see the interval 1 lakh is a difference. Okay. So I can go to none. I'll go to fixed. Okay, and you can change the difference. So right now the difference is of 1 lakh, 0 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 300. So it is of 100. If you want like that, you can go with it. Okay. So I'm going with 1 lakh, and this is how the chart looks. All right. So this is your line chart. Okay. So if you want, you can hide this. If you want, you can also hide the lines if you want, and the axis rulers. So that's how the chart is showing it. Okay. So I will also say match mark color. So that's how it shows at the moment. Same goes with bar chart. We can say match mark color. This we know, isn't it? All right. So now we have pie chart. So here also you can do match mark color if you want. So this is how the different labels color and different slices. Okay. Perfect. So now we have made this line chart. Okay. Now let's go to the next one, and let's create maybe a vertical bar chart. Okay. Another bar chart. So I would like to show maybe segment wise cells in vertical manner. So let's add it to the columns. Columns means x-axis, and rows means y-axis. So now we have this information, and let's show the information. Now, whatever the settings that we did in bar chart, if I would like to do the same settings on vertical bar chart, I have the option called as copy formatting. So what I can do is I can right click on bar chart. I can click on this option. Sorry, I can click on this option which says copy formatting. I can go to this chart. I can right click on that chart. I can select this option which says paste. Right. So this is how you are doing it. So color and labels got changed or formatted, but not the lines. Perfect. So now we have our main 4 charts ready. Now what I need is I need to create the cards. Like I want to create 4 cards: total sales done, total profit earned, then total quantities, not total quantities, but total orders, and how many customers are there. So how many unique orders placed and how many unique customers are there in our data set. So I can create those in KPI cards. So let's say K1 is a KPI number 1. So this is K1. Here I want to show total sales. The number of total sales is 23 lakhs. That number, and below to that total sales. So to do that, what we do, on the text, we need to drag and drop the sum of sales. So I drag and drop sales of the text this way. And now you can see the number comes up. So let's make sure we hide the routing. Correct. And now let's make this as entire view and let's keep it in the center. So to change the alignment of the number, we do it from text. We go to alignment and then we select the option as horizontal. Okay. So the number is in horizontal. Now I would like to change this number to 1000 format. So to do that, I right click on sum of sales. I click on format. I go to pane and I go to the numbers. Number custom and display net should be K format. Now you can see the number has been transformed into K format. All right. Now in order to change the label of this, and I want to write total sales below to it, I can do that very easily in the text box. There is an option called as text and you see the 3 dots. So this screen is much similar to the edit title screen, wherein you can write anything, you can format anything using this screen. So I would like to write total sales, and then this sum of sales color and the font size should be changed. So I just clicked here so that the entire expression got selected. And now I would like to change the color of it as this. Okay. And let's change the font size of it to maybe 40. I would go with 40. Right. And this total sales, I would like to change color of gray. Right. This is how it should look. You can see how the data looks. Okay. So now I don't have to do the same thing with other KPIs. What I can do is I can simply duplicate this sheet and I just have to replace sum of sales with sum of profit, the total orders and total customs calculation. The other formatting stuff will remain as is. All right. So to do that, what I can do is I can simply right click on K1, right? And then I can select this option which says duplicate. Okay. So this is K2 sheet. Instead of sales, I would like to show here as profit. So I can simply drag and drop profit on top of this sum of sales so that you can see sum of profit number. Okay, so let's format the profit. And let's change this name from sales to profit. So you can go to text, you can go here, and here you can write profit. Okay, total profit. Now you should see what is a total profit. All right. Perfect. Now let's duplicate this sheet again. And let's write here as E3. In this case, what I need to do is I need to write here the total orders, how many orders placed. So I don't have any calculation for that. So what I can do, I can create a calculated field. Right. And in this calculated field, I can first of all give the name of it as total orders. Okay. And I can write the name of it as total orders. Okay. And what expression should I write? I should use the count expression, like count of. So there are two functions, count and count distinct. What does it mean is I need to use the distinct values, or I want to count the values even if it repeats multiple times. So if one order is purchased by same person, if order number is 101, and if 101 is repeating 4 times because the customer purchased 4 products, then 101 will be counted as 4. But that is one order, right? So since I want unique orders, so that's why I'm going with count D. So I want to count order IDs. How many order numbers or order IDs are there in our data set? Okay, so that should be sufficient. Okay, so now let's click OK, and let's add the total orders on top of this sum of profit value. And now here you can see that I'm getting total orders as 5,000. Now let's change the profit name as orders. Okay. And lastly, the last worksheet that I would like to create would be total customers in the similar fashion. I would be writing the code as count T of customer ID. Okay. So let's create the calculated field. Total customers. And here I can use the expression as count D of customer ID. So this should give me total customers. Now the total customers I can add up on top of this, and you can see how many customers we have in total. So we have these many orders, unique, and these many unique customers we have. Instead of orders name, I need to write customers. So let me write customers. Simple. Okay, now that we have completed all the 8 worksheets, the main 4 charts, right? And the 4 KPI curves. Okay. Now those are made, it's time for us to build a dashboard. So in order to create a dashboard, we click on this icon which says new dashboard. So I click on it. So as I explained you yesterday, that this is a canvas of a dashboard. This is a place where you are going to create a dashboard. You can see all the worksheets over here. Now the size of the dashboard will be automatic in this case, because this is called as a width and this is called as a height. So if you know the information that what should be width and height of your dimension, you can change over here. Otherwise, you can change this fixed size to automatic. And then according to your screen layout, the white color screen will be adjusted. Now you can see that these are the objects by using which we are going to show, or we are going to see the things. Okay, we are going to use the charts, existing charts and objects to create the dashboard. Now what I need to do is I need to create a dashboard. So I should have that figure in my mind. Okay, what was a figure? This was a figure, right? So this black color window. So basically we should understand what is the meaning of these 2 objects. The entire Tableau dashboard is dependent on how you effectively put together these 2 objects, horizontal and vertical. So let's say for an instance, I want to divide the screen into column wise. Like I want first column here over here, second column over here, third column over here. Then I can go with horizontal. For an example, let's say I have a bar chart. So let's consider that this is a bar chart. And let's say we have a line chart. Okay. So suppose I want to put these 2 objects in one container in one place. Then I would rather go with a horizontal container, because these 2 objects are put column by column, left to right. Okay. That's why horizontal, right? We have put this in one row, horizontal, right? Left to right. So what is vertical? Vertical means top to bottom. So in another case, suppose if my requirement is to put the 2 charts in this way, then I would rather go with vertical container. So vertical container means that we have to put the 2 charts together in one vertical, in one column like this, in vertical way. Vertical means top to bottom. Horizontal means this is horizontal, right? This is horizontal and this is vertical. So because we can understand how to put horizontal and vertical, and because many people don't know how to put those, how to use those, because of that, the dashboard is not created in standard. Okay, so that is pretty important. Now, what I need to do is I will show you the dashboard design. Perfect. So now what I need is I want to show all these objects from top to bottom, isn't it? So I will go with a vertical container. So this black color that you see, this should be vertical container. So think of this black color screen as a school bag or a college bag. In school bag or college bag, you have different pockets, right? You have different sections to hold different objects or different things that you carry with you. Maybe books, notebooks, pen, pencils, and isn't it? So likewise, this will be your entire section, black color one, which will be vertical. Because I'm going to add the things from top to bottom, right? So this particular black color box will help me in doing that. Now, how to put these two things together? This is nothing but the image or the logo of the company, and this is a title. So to add the image and to add the text, we have two things. We have text object and we have image object. Okay. So we have text and we have image. Using this, I can add. Now I can put these two things together in one row or left to right using horizontal container. So this horizontal container should put the text on the right hand side and the image left hand side. Now once this is done, I will be adding this underline. So see, we use horizontal and vertical container in case you have to put the two things or more than two things in one container. Then we go with horizontal or vertical. Now this one, if you see this one, if you want this to be separate, either you can add this underline into vertical or horizontal, or you can keep it separate. You don't need to use any vertical or horizontal just for this. So how to show horizontal? You can, how to add this underline? We can do that very easily using blank object. Okay, so using blank object, I can add it. Okay. Blank object is basically used not to write anything, but to give a space between the two components or to have the underlying like this. Let's say for an example, when you open your WhatsApp on mobile. So what happens is you will see the three sections, right? You will see chats followed by status and then calls. So when you open the status, then the underline below chats, the white color underline below the chats moves to right. When you click on calls, the same underline, white color underline goes to calls. When you click on chats back, then the same white color underline moves from calls to chats. So if you have that kind of requirement, or if you want to create underline like that, then we can use the blank option. Okay, so that is, these are the two applications, primary applications of blank. Now, once this is done, so our hierarchy should look like this. The item hierarchy means we should create the hierarchy. How do we create the hierarchy? Let's see. Black color thing should be put in one vertical. Okay, so this is a vertical. Vertical is black. Okay, then what I need is I need the horizontal inside. So to have that horizontal, what I need is I need, let me use color as black only. Horizontal. Inside horizontal, I need two things. On the left hand side, I need image object, and on right hand side, I need text object. So this image and text should be put inside the horizontal, the top, title and logo. Okay. Now below the horizontal, I need the blank object. Blank object. Why blank object? Because I need the underline to be shown. So if you see this underline, how it can be shown using blank object. That's why I'm going with blank object. Okay. So this is about blank. Now below the blank object, I need the KPI cards to be put in one container, like left to right, in one row. So which object we use? Horizontal object again. So below the blank, I need horizontal. So what I can do is I can add horizontal again, and in that horizontal, I need KPI 1, KPI 2, KPI 3, and KPI 4. I can add them up from left to right. Very simple. So when you create Tableau dashboard, you have to be architect. Okay, you have to think like an architect, and then the things would be pretty clear. When you construct your home, you don't start from your bedroom, isn't it? You start building a structure, and then inside that you put the things later. So we will create the structure like this, and then later on we will put the things inside the structure. So in this horizontal, we are adding K1, K2, K3, K4, right? All right. Now coming down, I need these 4 things to be shown in one container. So for that, what I can do is I will add the horizontal first. So let's say this black color background is a horizontal one. Why horizontal? Because on the left hand side, I need the 2 charts, and on the right hand side, I need the 2 charts. Okay. Now, on the left hand side that you are talking, we need 2 verticals. Inside the left hand side of this horizontal, we need 2 verticals. First vertical for bar chart, and second vertical for maybe pie chart or line chart. Similarly, when you talk about the right hand side inside the main horizontal, I need vertical again. So in that vertical, I need first as bar chart and second one as second chart. So all in all, it should look like this. So let me just write it. So what I need is below this KPI cards, I need horizontal, and inside the horizontal, we need 2 verticals. So first vertical will hold the left hand side section. This is vertical number 1, and this is vertical number 2. Vertical means top to bottom, right? Top, bottom, isn't it? And these 2 verticals, who is holding together? These 2 verticals, who is holding together? Horizontal. So this horizontal outside will hold left vertical and right vertical. Okay. Now in the first vertical, left hand side vertical, I need 2 charts. So I need maybe bar chart and any other chart, let's say pie chart. Okay. And on right hand side vertical, I need line chart, and I need vertical bar chart, VBC. Okay. So this is how I have designed my dashboard so that it looks like the complete dashboard. So I hope you might have understood this. You can also take the snap of it so that when you create a dashboard, it will be very much simple for you to design. Now this is called as an item hierarchy. In this hierarchy, I want to design the dashboard. So most of the people who work in Tableau, maybe in the projects or maybe while learning Tableau, they have a wrong practice to simply drag and drop the sheets and to create dashboard. So in that way also you can create dashboard, but that's not the right way. We have to first create the structure, and inside that structure, we have to add up the things. All right. Okay, so we are going with this hierarchy and to create this dashboard. Now where I can see this hierarchy, this is called as the item hierarchy. So where will this be created in the dashboard? I'll get to see this when I open the dashboard. If you go to layout, in the layout, you can see this option which says item hierarchy, and under item hierarchy, you have the component called as dashboard number 1. So this is the name of a dashboard. In this dashboard 1, how the things have been put together. So this item hierarchy will be shown like vertical, horizontal, vertical, text, image, and so on. Okay. Now you can see that if I click here, what is the width and height of this white color screen at the moment? It is 1592.851. So remember this width and height. So we are going to start with the actual dashboard. Okay. So I would suggest you to first pay attention here one by one. Okay. You can create the dashboard later on as well by looking at the video. So first I will go with floating. So normally there are 2 types of containers, tiled and floating. So for example, if you go with floating and if you add up vertical in this way, so you can see that in floating manner, the dashboard should not be created because we have to mention the width, height, distance from left hand side of this edge, distance from top of this edge. We have to mention over here. So X is nothing but 0. Y is nothing but, X is nothing but distance from left, Y is nothing but distance from top. So if you make it 0, 0, then the container goes to the top. And if you remember, the width of that white color screen was 1592 and height is 851. So this is editable only in case the object is floating. If I click here, then X, Y, WH are editable. If you click outside, then X, Y, WH are not editable because there is no object. And If the object is used using tiled manner, then you cannot edit the XY things. Okay, WH also. So now I'm going to use 1592 as the width, and if you click outside, you can see the height. So this height I want to apply to this vertical. So let's apply it to it. 85. So now you can see the vertical container comes. Okay, we should always build the charts in tiled container. Why did I started with floating? Is because building the dashboard in this way becomes very easy. So the outside vertical container will be floating, but the material inside that vertical will be placed in tiled. Okay, now let's click on tile. Now, in order to place all the objects one below the another under this vertical, I need to show the dotted line. I should see the dotted line. Now, I will get to see the dotted line if I add the two blank objects in the tiled manner. One in the center, one at the bottom. So to add the blank objects, I can simply drag and drop one blank object over here in this way, drag and drop. And second blank object, I should be adding at the bottom, at downside in this way. You should see the gray color section. So now you understood the difference between tiled and floating, right? Using tiled, actually Tableau helps me to position the object at appropriate places by highlighting that section in gray color. But when I added this main vertical container, then at that time Tableau did not help or did not show me any gray color section. Instead, I have to pick where I need to put that floating object in the dashboard, right? Or in the canvas. Now that you added the two blank objects, you can see the collapsible button, expandable. So you can see the first blank object added on the top and second blank object added at the bottom, right? And now if I click on vertical, you can see the dotted. This is what I was requiring. This is must. Okay, so that all the objects will be placed inside the main vertical according to our hierarchy. What is our hierarchy? This is our hierarchy, right? This one. So because we want that kind of hierarchy, so the two blank objects are. Now on this dotted line, I need horizontal to put title line text. So let's add horizontal on the dotted line. And let's reduce the height of it. You can see the horizontal container has been added in the vertical, right? So this is blank object on the top. This entire thing is a horizontal and the bottom one is blank. So I don't need the two blank objects now. So you can right click on blank. You can close from here. You can click on blank. You can close from here. So two ways are there. Either you click on cross, you right click on blank, either otherwise you right click on blank, and then you select the option which says remove from dashboard. Two ways are there. Now you can see the proper hierarchy that we expected, isn't it? Now I want the height of this particular horizontal. So let's edit the height and keep it as 100 pixels. So now the height is 100 pixels. And inside the horizontal, I need image and text. So image should be added in the center and text should be added on the right hand side corner. Image should be added in the center in this way. So let's add the image. Any image would be fine. So it is asking you to choose an image. So you can use any image. Let's say for an instance, I'm going with logo. Okay, so I'm going with this logo. Okay. So I'm going with that logo. So if you want that logo should not be used, I can use another logo. Suppose the same logo with different color. If I want to choose, I can create that logo either in PowerPoint or we can download it from Google. So I can go to insert. I can go to icons and I can search here for. Okay, you can see you can choose any icon. So I'm choosing this icon. All right, and let's see what is the color. Let me see what's the color of our this bar. Right? So if you see the color RGB code, it is 255, 85, 127. So let's give the same color to here. Right? So I would like to give the color as custom. You can see RGB code. So 255, what was the second one? 85 and 126. So green was 85 and blue was 126. You can see exactly same. Perfect. So if you want any lines, if you want borders, you can apply borders, but it does not look good if you give borders. I'll say no borders. Right? Now let's save this. I can save to my Tableau repository, which is present in documents. So whenever you use or install Tableau, you will get to see the Tableau repository. Okay. And now you can save that Tableau, that image into Tableau repository, shapes under your folder or anywhere. So let's say logo number 2. So you can save it in maybe JPG. Okay. Let's save it. And let's use the same image. Let's go to dashboard number 1. Let's right click on that image, edit image. And here, let's add that image. Which logo? You see logo number. Let's add it. I will say fit image and please center image. So let's click. You can see that image has been added successfully. If you go to layout, you can see the hierarchy, right? You can see this is horizontal and this is right. Now I would like to add the text on the right hand side. So I can do that very simply. Simply drag and drop text exactly on the right hand side so that gray color section is highlighted. And now you can give the name to this dashboard as sales executive dashboard. You can put it to center. So you can give this font if you want. Perfect. And as usual, I'll go with the same. Okay. Now you can see the title has been added, but not exactly what we wanted, the way we wanted. You can see in the hierarchy inside this horizontal, we have logo on left and we have title on. Now I don't need this much width. I don't want this much width to the logo. So what I can do is I can simply right click on this particular image. I can click on this option which says edit width. You can see how much is the width of this content. So I will just reduce it to 100. And you can see everything has been put exactly how we want it. So the height of this horizontal is 100. The width of this image is also 100. Right? So this first portion is over. Now second thing, I want to add the underline below the title. So which object did I tell you? I told you about blank. So I can add a blank on this dotted line. So let's add the blank object on the dotted line and let's reduce the height of this blank to 12. Right click, edit height, and let's make it 12. Now how to give the color here? Giving the color means adding the borders. So under layout, you can see we have more options, such as we can add the borders, we can add the background colors, and we can also have the right hand side, left hand side, top hand side, and bottom hand side spacings. You can give the spacings. So I need a border of this color and this thickness. So I'm giving the border. And now you can see how your dashboard looks at the right. Now, if you want to see this in full screen mode, you can see that. Okay. Now, what was our structure? You can see. So we can say that this portion is over, right? The first one. Second one also. Now it's time for us to see the next portion. That is nothing but these two, right? So let's see how to do that. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the horizontal container to hold the KPIs. So let's add horizontal container, drag and drop below the blank, and let's make sure we don't need the KPIs to be shown in this way at so much height. I need to reduce the height to maybe 150. So edit the height and let's keep height as well. Here I need to show the KPIs, right? So to show the KPIs, it's very simple. What we can do is, first of all, I need to show the KPIs at equidistance manner. Like first KPI should be shown here. So this is K1, okay, this is K2, this is K3, and this is K4, right? So this width and height of every particular container should be same, right? So to make sure that happens, we use the option, when you right click on horizontal container, we use the option called as distribute contents event. Using this option, we can make sure that the height and width of every sheet is same. Now, once you do that, let's go back to dashboard and let's add up K1, K2, K3, K4 on right hand side. So first you add K1 in center, then K2 on right, K3 on right, K4 on right. The way you added text, same way we have to add K2, K3, K4. So you can add K1 in the center first. You can add K2 on the right hand side. You should see the gray color section. See, this is a benefit of designing the dashboard in tiled manner because you get to see the gray color section. Tableau helps us in doing that, right? Then you can add K3 on right, followed by K4 to right. Perfect. So you can now see that we have successfully added the KPIs. You can also go to layout and you can see, right? Isn't it? So this is done. Now I don't need the titles. So you can right click on the name and you can say hide title this way. Perfect. Now the dashboard looks like this. All right. Now what was the next thing that we wanted to show? We wanted to show another horizontal. So now I can clearly say that the horizontal over here is also completed. Now we are left with only the last horizontal, which consists of two verticals to hold bar chart, pie chart, line chart, and vertical bar chart. So this I want to show. So how to do that? Right? How to do that? So to do that, same process we will do. We are going to add the horizontal container below to this. So now you should see the horizontal container has been added, and inside the horizontal we need two verticals. So let's add them together. First vertical I should add in the center, and second vertical is to the extreme right inside the horizontal. Because your dashboard is designed using tiled container, Tableau is actually helping me where to position the objects by highlighting the objects in the gray color. See, first vertical, second vertical, simple, right? So inside this vertical, I want equidistance thing, like height and width of the object should be same. The sheets should be same. Like bar chart height and width, pie chart height and width should be same. So for vertical also, I can go with this option. And for the second vertical also, I can go with this option. Now inside the first vertical, let's add the bar chart. Drag and drop bar chart. Right? You can see the bar chart has been added up. So the vertical looks like this. Okay. Now, before you do that, let me undo. Okay. Now, right click on vertical, show distribute contents evenly. Right click on this and distribute contents evenly. I want the width and height of every vertical should be same. So to make sure that happens, I should right click on horizontal, and the horizontal should be distributed contents evenly, which means in the horizontal you have two verticals. So the width and the height must be same. To make sure that this happens, we are doing that option. So let's go to dashboard and let's add a bar chart in the first place here. And below to that, add the pie chart. Perfect. We have successfully added up the two things. Now on right, I need line chart followed by vertical bar chart. So let's add vertical bar chart. And now you can see the layout. Right? Vertical bar chart, vertical container, bar chart, pie chart, vertical container, line chart, and vertical bar chart. And now when you see this dashboard in full screen mode now, this is how it looks. Isn't it amazing? Right? So this way we have designed successfully the dashboard. Now there are many things that you can do over here, like you can add the background color, you can add the background image. So to do that, let me add some color. Let's say for an instance, I want to add the background color. So I can do that very easily by going into format and you can see dashboard, right? So I can go to this shading. Let's say I'm going with the same color. You can see how the color is given, but I would like the transparent color of this. All right. It's nice, isn't it? Now, if you want to do any settings with respect to worksheet titles means these titles. If you want to change the font color, then you can do from here. Or if you want to change the background color, then also you can do from here. Right? So let's go with it. Let's say shading should be this. Okay. And the font color should be white. So let's make it white. All right. You can see. Isn't it? And now what I need is I want to change the names of these titles. Okay, I want to change the names of these titles. So this should be category wise sales, sales trend, region wise sales, and segment wise sales. So to change the chart title, we simply double click on bar chart and let's give the name. The name should be category wise sales. And let's make sure that this is 18 and we can put it in the center. This. Perfect. So this is what sales trend. The trend of sales over the period of time. 18, right? So let's go with 18. Center. Similarly, region wise sales. Let's make it 18. Center. And let's go here as segment wise sales. So let's make this as 18 and center. And now you can see how the dashboard looks. Looks fine. All right. So this way we have designed the dashboard. So you can also decrease the size of this bar. Okay. Like you can increase the size of pie chart and decrease the size of the bars. So how you can decrease the size of the bars? You can go to size, decrease them a little bit this way, and increase the size of pie. So one question, if you make any changes after creation of dashboards in the different worksheets, so are those changes accommodated in the existing dashboard later? Yes. You can see. You can clearly see. All right. So we have the bar chart, we have the pie chart, sales trend, and segment sales. You can also see the KPI cards. So I hope you might have liked this dashboard. Okay. So I would like you to create the same dashboard in your case. Have the background color, blank object, the horizontal, vertical, text, image, and all the worksheets with KPI cards. So I'm giving you time of 45 minutes. So please create this dashboard and we'll take, if you have any queries at the end in the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay. I'll be muting myself and then we can meet after 45 minutes. So please do this. Okay. If you were to show the item hierarchy, I can show. Okay. So please create the dashboard in this fashion. This is the item hierarchy I have. So please see how I have shown. So if I collapse it, you can see all the containers are collapsed. If I expand it, all the containers are expanded. So please do this and we'll meet up after 45 minutes. Hi all. I hope you might have tried creating the dashboard, and some of you might have been successful as well. I hope you might have enjoyed creating this dashboard as well. So, so let me know in case of any doubts and any issues that you may have across Tableau or Power BI on the content that we learned so far in these 5 days. So I hope you might have enjoyed the sessions, not only this one, but the remaining 5 sessions as well. So one more thing, like you can use the paddings in Tableau dashboards so as to have the spaces between the different components. Like suppose I want more space between bar chart and pie chart, more space between bar chart and line chart, sorry, more space between bar chart and pie chart and this bar chart, and line chart and this bar chart, or the KPI cards and the charts. If you want a space everywhere, then we can use the paddings. So two types of paddings are there, outer and inner. So mostly we generally go with outer padding. So outer padding means distance between the two particular objects that you see. Those distance can be increased using outer padding. And using inner padding, what we can do, the inner content of that particular object. I mean, if this is a box, this is a container. If you want to shrink this, or if you want to move to the left, to the right, to the top, to the bottom, without moving the dimensions, without changing the dimensions of this box, that is called as inner padding. So if you want to adjust anything, you can do that very easily. So let's say for an instance, I want the outer padding to be applied on entire dashboard. So I can do that very easily. So you need to select the container where you want to apply the outer padding. So for example, I need entire vertical container to have the distance from all the sides as 20. So that's why I'm going into outer padding. I'm selecting this option, and you can see top, left, bottom, and right. All 4 sections are, they should have the distance of 20, right? And now if you see the dashboard, you can see that we have successfully given the distance as 20 from all the sides. All right. So that's how we can change. Now I can also give the distances between every container. Okay, I can give the distance. For example, select this particular container and give the distance from left as 20, or not left as 20, but from top it should be 10, from right it should be 10, from bottom it should be 10. So from all the sides I need distance of 10 of this particular chart. Same way for this pie chart. So select this pie chart, go here, and you can see the option which says all sides equal. Okay, so what does it mean? I don't want all the sides equal. What I want is, I want the distance from left should be kept as it is, but from top I need 10. So you can see how bar chart changes. From bottom as well I need distance of 10. From right also I need distance of 10. Okay, similarly here I can select the chart, right? And I can have the distance from left as 10. You can see what happens to line chart. Top 10 and bottom 10. I don't want anything to be done from right. Same for pie chart. So distance from top should be 10. Distance from right should be 10. Distance from bottom, let it be as it is. And for this particular vertical bar chart, I can select, let's say distance from left as 10, distance from top as 10, and distance from, yeah, that's it. So 10, 10 distance we want. Now I want the distance between the KPI cards container and the bar chart containers to have the distance. What does it mean? It means the distance of this vertical container from the bottom should be 10 and from the top should be 10, 10, 10. Okay. So I have selected that horizontal container, and I will say that distance from top should be 10 and distance from bottom should be 10. Okay. Same goes with this particular underline. So select the underline, and distance from bottom should be 10. That's it. All right. Now, if you want the distance of these KPIs from right and left also, you can select the container, go here, and then you can write distance from right should be 10. For this, both left and right should be 10. Okay. Left should be 10, right should be 10. Similarly, this one, left and right should be 10. So this padding is nothing but called as a spacing. This is the most effective way to have the spaces between the objects. Okay. So now you see how the dashboard is designed. You see, do we have proper spaces everywhere, right? So I don't want quarter of order date. Title I don't need. So what I can do is don't show the head. So header is not shown. Yes. All right. So this is how we can actually design the dashboard as per the client. Okay. So now you have much space. You have a spacious dashboard. Okay. As reducing the sizes actually makes the dashboard look easy and beautiful as well. All right. Okay then. So I hope you can be you have learned many things in these 5 days. There are many more things to be completed in every tool. There's a depth in every tool to show the things in more analytical way. This session has given you the way to create the dashboards on the fly when you actually work on any domain data coming from any data source. Okay, so get in touch. You can connect with me on LinkedIn as well. You can search by my name, Shubham Kabra, and you can get it there. So you can connect over there as well in case of any doubts. You do have the videos present on YouTube as well, and you can also connect. I mean, you can see the videos and create the dashboards on the fly. So that's it from my end. I will hand this session over to Amar. So Amar, you can continue from here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shubham. So Irfan sir, you can continue.
Sure, Amar. Thank you. Okay, hi, each and everyone. Irfan this side from EDL MOU department. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank our trainer, Shubham, and Dr. Ravi sir, who is a CGM technical of APSSDC. ExcelR management, Ram Tawa sir, the CEO of ExcelR. Srinivas Reddy sir, the director of products, and Sham Narayan sir, who is HR director of HR and operations. Amar and Leela for excellent technical support. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude for your participation in the faculty development program on data analytics in collaboration with APSSDC, which was held from 19th June 2023 to till today. The program was held from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. for duration of 5 days, that is 2 hours per day. Dear faculty members, your enthusiasm and active participation in the program made it a great success. Your dedication and interest in learning the latest technique in the data analytics were truly inspiring. Your contribution to the active participation were greatly appreciated and will go a long way in helping you to apply your new knowledge in your professional practice. I hope that you found this program valuable and that you will continue to apply your newly acquired skills. Once again, thank you for being a part of the program and for your commitment to the professional development. Before concluding, I would like to request all faculty members, you can reach out to ExcelR for MOU collaborations. You can reach out at edl@excelr.com. I would like to request Amar, please put our email ID and with phone number so that faculty members can reach out to us for a free MOU collaborations. Amar?
Yeah, done, sir. I shared the email ID and mobile number in the chat box over the Zoom and YouTube as well.
Yeah, thank you, Amar. And also, don't forget to follow us on our social media handles for updates and announcements, because we are consistently running EDL programs and FDP programs, that is student development programs also. So your students will be also benefited through these MOU collaborations. So I would like to request all faculty members to please reach out to us for these free MOU collaborations. And you can also find us on YouTube, almost all social media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Uh, thank you once again for your participation, and we hope very excited to see you in our next FDP program. Thank you so much. Over to you,
Thank
Aman.
you, sir. Yeah. So team, I already shared the today's attendance link in the chat box. So please mark your attendance. So I would like to explain regarding to the certificates as well. So those who attended 60 and more than 60% of the sessions, they will receive their certificates within 7 to 8 working days via registered email ID. Clear? If you have any query or question, please drop in the chat box. I will take it up. Yeah, I will explain it once again. So those who attended 60 and more than 60% of the session, they will receive their certificate within 7 to 8 working days via registered email ID. When the next FDP will be conducted. So team, don't worry about that. We are in a plan. So you will get notified via email as well as in the group. WhatsApp group. Yeah, right. I attended yesterday but couldn't mark the attendance. Guys, you need to mark attendance on a daily basis and in the specified time. Sir, actually I attended all the sessions, but last 2 days I was not able to fill the feedback form. So okay, anyway, 60% attendance is a mandatory, Shanti. So I hope you are qualified for a certificate if you missed the 2 days. Yeah, one more thing. If you have any query, any question, or if you need any help from the ExcelR team, we're always there for you. So please feel free to drop an email to edl@excelr.com. Our team will reach out to you. I'm sharing that email ID in the chat box. Okay, didn't get the feedback link. YouTube people are saying I'm sharing it once again with you. Missed to give a first day attendance link. Any change to it possible? Suraj, don't worry. Anyway, 60% attendance is mandatory, na? So if you miss it 1 day, then no problem. Anyway, you attended the session, right? Okay, 2 days attendance. Yeah, I am sharing team. Missed. First 2 days, I was unable to fill form for attendance. For remaining 3 days, I filled on your LMS. Okay, Rahul, no problem. It will work. There is one feedback over YouTube. Thank you, sir. Very informative and useful sessions, sir. We have learned how to create a dashboard. Very nice explanation, sir. Thank you so much for such a wonderful feedback. What is the procedure for a MOU? So I'm sharing the email ID and mobile number with you. So please try to connect. Our team will explain you each and everything regarding to the MOU. Yeah, team, we are done with the session. If you don't have any query or question, then you can leave the session. All sessions were very good and informative and learn about data analytics. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for wonderful FDP. It's very clear and detailed explanation. Thank you all. So I won't receive certificates. You can check the recordings. So in case if you're feeling that you are not getting the certificate, then please drop an email to EDL. Then we'll check your attendance and we'll let you know. YouTube people, you have any query? Attendance link. Okay, I'm sharing that. 1 minute, I'm sharing the attendance link. I have attended all the sessions, but first 2 days unable to connect Zoom, but attended through YouTube. Yeah, if you attended through YouTube, it's okay, but you need to mark attendance, and we are sharing the attendance link over YouTube as well. And I hope you mark the attendance. Okay, I'm sharing my phone number. Who is there? So I am in the group as well, all the WhatsApp group. But if you need that, I'm sharing with you. 1 minute. Yeah, I shared my number with you. Sir, actually, what the question is there? Sessions are very wonderful, arranged very nicely. Thank you so much. You're most welcome. Attendance, Radhika, attendance we already shared. Which attendance are you asking, Radhika? Today's attendance? Okay, there is one question from Supriya. When will receive the certificates? So team, I will explain once again. So those who attended 60 and more than 60% of the session, so they will receive their certificate within 7 to 8 working days via their registered email ID. But after 6, 7 or 8 days, you feel that I attended all the sessions and I'm not received the certificate, then please drop an email to us on edl@excelr.com. Our team will check your attendance and get back to you. Okay. For any query or any question, please drop an email. Our team will always there for you. Thank you so much for information about the Power BI and Tableau data charts. Excellent class delivered from trainer. Thank you so much. All the sessions very informative and excellent explanation. Thank you. Radhika, we have attended in Zoom only, but didn't fill the attendance. For how many days you not fill the attendance, Radhika? Harpreet Kaur. Thank you, sir, for FDP. It was a practical and informative session. Thank you. Thank you so much, all of us, for such wonderful feedbacks. Miss, to mark yesterday's attendance, please share the link. So, Preeti, we are not able to share the yesterday's link because it's open between 4:30 to 5:30. Excellent informative session. More such sessions is highly awaited. Yeah, sure. So we're in a plan of more FDPs in every month. So we are going to share all the information over WhatsApp and over email as well. So you will get notified. Yeah, team, we are done with the today's session. If you don't have any query or question, then you can leave the session. And thank you so much, all of you, for joining the sessions. Your attendance, Radhika, I'm sharing my number with you. Actually, I didn't get your query, so we'll connect over a call. Okay, I share my number with you. So there is Amol. It was a helpful and hands-on session. Keep sending us new FDP notification. Definitely, we'll share the notification over WhatsApp group. Looking for more FDPs in future. Yeah, sure. Yogita saying attended but not filled the previous form. So on the first day only, we informed that you need to mark your attendance on a daily basis, because on the attendance we are going to share the certificates. There is one question, sir, how to get certificate. So we are sharing the certificate via email after 6 to 7 working days. So you will get the digital copy of that. You just need to download that. But for that, 60% attendance is a mandatory. Only clear? Yeah, very good question is there. Can we have recorded sessions? So team, we already uploaded day 1 to day 4 recorded sessions over LMS, and all the recorded sessions will be there for lifetime. You can access anytime with the practice file as well. Okay. Sonali, can we get videos for next few days? Yeah, the recorded sessions over LMS, and it will be there over email as well. Can ExcelR have sessions on AR/VR app development full course in the details? Rahul, please drop an email to edl@excelr.com. Our career counselors will reach out to you. I attended but didn't give feedback for 4 days class. So I don't know your name. There is one Vivo V202038. So you need to mark attendance on a daily basis because 60% attendance is mandatory to get the certificate. LMS where? So LMS is a learning management system. And when you register, then we share the 2 emails with you. One is a classroom access and one is a welcome to edl@excelr.com, like that. So if you don't have LMS access, please drop an email to EDL. If you don't have the access, then our team will give the access to you. Sonali, yeah, I'm sharing today's feedback link with you. Yes, Dimash, I'm sharing the feedback link, today's feedback link with all of you. Please mark your attendance and share your valuable feedback as well. Take Universe, you're welcome. Okay, team, then thank you so much. I think it's time to wind up the session. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining the session. We'll see you in another FDP.